Hi everybody, this is Jim Coogan from Coogan's Workshop, and what I'm going to do right now is just show you how you basically prep buffing wheels if you've never done this before, and I thought some people might think this was kind of funny to watch. I'm actually going to be doing it to the Barry Gross acrylic pen buffing system. I also have the Beall Buffing System, which I'll show you at the end of this. But for now, I'll be doing it on my Harbor Freight mini lathe, and let's get to it. As you can see, it just mounts on the lathe. It actually comes with an MT2 end, and it just mounts between points and turns. The first one is the wheel that you actually put the acrylic buffing material on, and the second one is just a cotton wheel that buffs it up to a really nice shine. Now the way that we actually do this is you get a piece of 80 grit paper, in this case a sanding wheel that I have, and just a piece of hardwood. And once I turn this, I'll first turn it on without the dust collector so that you can actually see what this does. And then I'll turn on the dust collector so that you can see how well that works. What I have on my lathe is a shield that's available from Rockler, and it has stopped many a pen blank from exploding in our faces and things like that. It also does a fantastic job at capturing all the dust that comes off when you're sanding, because it kind of gets stuck up inside here and gets pulled right into the dust collector. You can also use a shop vac and it'll do the same thing. But this is available at Rockler. I have it on a T-track on here so that we can move it back and forth this way and up and down to accommodate larger and smaller things. So let's start up the lathe. Now you should still be able to hear me. Once I turn on the dust collector, I'll stop talking because you will not hear anything. But this is what it looks like when you're not using a dust collector of any type. Now you can see everything that's flying off of it. Now let's go ahead and turn on the dust collector. Here's where we cease to talk. As you can see, it threw an awful lot of material around when I didn't have the dust collector going. So unless you want your shop to look like Christmas in July, I would definitely make sure that I have at least a vacuum hose sitting right behind these buffing wheels so that you can capture all of this material that comes flying off. And that's not, you can see that's just material from the wheels themselves. That's captured in there. And one thing you should know is that even when you do this at the very beginning, what it's doing now is just taking the stuff off the wheel. When you do this at the very beginning, even when you're using this after a time, you'll still throw off a little bit of material, just a little, because it'll shed. As you can see, these wheels are just, you know, sheets of material, and you've just shredded the end. And now what you would do is there's a blue rouge that you use that actually comes with the kit itself. Let me show you what it looks like. It comes in a small box, and this is what it looks like. And all you do is you start up the lathe, and all you have to do is just apply this groove to the lathe. The very first time you can see it turning blue. And this is a buffing compound for acrylic pins. And you put more on, but you can also use it, it's not just for pins, let me correct that. Even though it says it's an acrylic pen buffing system, you can also use it on almost anything acrylic, which would include bottle stoppers, if you're going to make things like razors or whatever it is, anything that has acrylic on it, you can use on this. And the best way to approach it is actually to have it at a 45-degree angle as you're going through and buffing. And I suppose it does a wonderful job on your nails too if you feel like it. But that's it. I thought you'd like to see that. We'll see you again. This is Jim again. I forgot to show you the other wheels. As you can see here, these wheels are 8 inches, and they do fit on the lathe. I've already tested them. In fact, they fit better on a Harbor Freight than they do on a Jet. Seems the Harbor Freight is a little longer than the Jet is. And this, of course, is the box, if you like to read sideways, but it's basically the Beall 3-in-1 buffing system. They also sell them where each of these buffing wheels are independent and actually fit into an MT2, a Morse taper that fits in the end of your headstock.